Okay, so how did COVID-19 begin? The article talks about the story of how the coronavirus developed in Wuhan, in China, and how there has produced a propaganda battle between the United States and China. So the US intelligence officials don't think that the pandemic was caused by a natural transmission from bats to humans, but an accident at a research laboratory in Wuhan might have spread a deadly bat virus that had been collected for a scientific study. But Tom Cotton, an American Republican politician, comes up with a slightly different theory. He ranks such a break or this natural transmission as more likely than two extreme possibilities: an accidental leak of an engineered bioweapon or a deliberate. Later, President Trump and the Secretary of State Mike Pompeo added to the bio last month by describing the coronavirus as the Chinese virus. This made China very angry, and that's why Li Jianchao came into force. Li Jianchao charged in a tweet that it might be the US Army who brought the epidemic to Wuhan. Now the war is really starting to develop into something serious. But Li Jianchao also claimed without evidence that the US troops might have spread the virus when they attended the World Military Games in Wuhan in October 2019. So yeah, it starts to become accusations without evidence. Later, the US intelligence officials have no evidence that the coronavirus was created in a lab as a potential bioweapon and that it must be originated in bats. So now they just want to figure out how this outbreak started so that you can prevent such outbreaks in the future. Because a little funny thing is that this market in Wuhan actually did not sell bats, but a scientist assumes that some of the animals they have sold have been in contact with bats. So it's now believed that the first outbreak of COVID-19 is due to a human being in contact with so-called animal that previously was in contact with a bat. Yeah. So, however, China and the United States, they must resolve their disagreement and put their hostility on the shelf, because if they want to prevent such things in the future, I think they must cooperate.